and welcome to my vlog. It is 17:03 on Friday night and I've had quite the day. Today I was meant to be in the shop. I was also meant to do a live this afternoon, but I've been in hospital. Not what I'd planned, not at all what I had in mind. I look a mess. I've not been back that long from the hospital. I got back at about 4 o'clock. So I've just been trying to get my strength back, watching Ghostbusters 2 and Ant-Man, the first film. So yeah, I've got a bit of a story for you. Now in my last vlog, you will have noticed that I was really not well. Well, unfortunately, I kept deteriorating to a point where this morning at about 9:30, I could no longer stand it. I was so dehydrated, so poorly. It was like, what do we do? Do we phone an ambulance? What do we do? So in the end, we phoned the doctors and they said go to the local emergency sort of clinic, which is where the hospital used to be, the A&E in Pontefract. It's not great. I'm not saying it's not great. It's just that it's not really a hospital. It's like a walk-in clinic, if you like. So if there's anything serious, there's no point in going to Pontefract. So anyway, Simon dropped me off in Pontefract and I was so fuzzy and so weak at that point. I was like, I don't know what to do now. So I had to wait, shivering with this on and then a coat over the top, all hooded up like that, waiting. Luckily I was seen really quickly, and they said that my best option was to go to Wakefield and have a blood test so they could find out exactly what it is and be put on a drip to rehydrate me because they were concerned that I was too dehydrated. So Simon picked me back up because a wait for an ambulance was 3 to 4 hours. Picked me back up, took me over to Pinderfields, and I was there for about a long time. I think I got there at about 11:15, didn't leave till 3:30. It was a very long process, lots of sitting about. And yeah, eventually I was seen by triage and then they were very good actually. She was lovely. I cried though because she asked me about my life and how I've got a pacemaker at this age in my life, and I kind of explained things. And then waited. I had the blood test, then had to wait for a doctor, and they had to check my stomach because I'd had a lot of stomach pains. And then wait for the blood test to come back. When finally the blood test came back, which would have been about 2 o'clock, no, maybe 2:30. They said, luckily, everything seems to be fine. We don't think it's the Mounjaro that you took. I'm like, right. We think it's some sort of infection or a bug that you've picked up Christmas Day time and you've just not been able to digest anything. It's just sat in your stomach, which it did. My Christmas dinner sat in my stomach for about 24 hours. It took me a while to get it out, but it came out the wrong way. And then I would say early this morning, the being sick stopped, and the diarrhea stopped. And by the time I got to Wakefield Hospital, I was feeling quite a lot, well, not a lot better, but a bit better. I got some strength back by that point. So the good news is, it doesn't appear to be the Mounjaro, so that's good. Some kind of bug infection, because they said on my blood tests there was an infection marker, but they don't know what the infection was. But I'm still concerned about the Mounjaro thing because, you know, it just seemed a bit too close to the injection increase and stuff. So I'll be speaking to people about that tomorrow properly to figure out what the plan is. So I've eaten half a potato today. I've had a quarter of a cup of tea and a couple of glasses of water. That's it. So now I have to build some strength back up over the coming days. There was no one in the shop today because Liz didn't get the message early on can you go and do the shop? As it turns out, the weather was awful in Yorkshire today. There's fog everywhere, so we don't know whether people would have come to the shop anyway. So there's ever so slight delay on orders that have been made. There's not many, but we'll be sorting them tomorrow instead of today. They would have been posted tomorrow anyway, so they'll still get posted on the same day. We're just organising them a little bit later than planned. I got home to lots of cuddles from Alfie and some more wool. A bit of wool always cheers me up. Isn't it lovely? Look at that. I've been struggling to find super chunky for a while that is not just plain, that would create a really nice blanket. So I found this one, and I've only done one ball while I was watching Ghostbusters. I've been that ill, I've not crocheted. I know. And it's crocheting up real fast. It's going to be lovely. Really pretty colours. Anyway, yeah, I was that poorly. Couldn't crochet, couldn't do anything. It was real bad. And I don't give in easy. I really don't. I've got to be really, really ill, emergency point to phone an ambulance or go to the, A&E or whatever. But it was that bad this morning, I'm like, I'm going to have to go. I can't be sick anymore. There would be probably nothing left inside. And now I just ache, probably from being sick so many times. So this is probably not the vlog you were expecting. It would have been me in the shop, pottering about, because I've got a big sale on, you see. I wanted to make sure all the sale items were in a nice section, all priced up lovely. And I just, I was going to go through all of the crystal hearts to check that they're all on the website, because it turns out there's a few missing, and I'm worried that people are going to buy stuff that's not there. So I need to go through that, and that was going to be a job for today, but no, that didn't happen either. Oh no! Oh, I've had so little sleep. What sleep I did have was in like little chunks of a couple of hours each. So this vlog is going to be different for me, not necessarily for you. What I've been doing is filming the day before it goes out. So I'm filming today on the 27th, and it would go out on the 28th. But I'm going to film tomorrow as well and put it out tomorrow night, because we're nearly at the end of Vlogmas anyway. So I'll film throughout tomorrow, because normally I would have finished it now and be ready for tomorrow. But no, I'm going to carry on filming tomorrow, so we've got a little bit more footage and we've got a more positive ending. And then there's only, let me get the calendar up. We've got, let me see, so this will go out tomorrow, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left of Vlogmas. Then there'll be a few days break and I'll be back on the Sunday. So there we are. Oh no. So apologies to anyone I've not replied to, but I will get to it and get all the replies done. There was a couple of orders of a reading and a singing lesson, but I've not had time to do that either. Well, it's not that I didn't have time, I didn't have strength to do it. So yeah, stay with me. I'll be back in the morning. Oh, good morning. It is 10:30 on Saturday morning. I've still got stomach pain, but I'm drinking some tea, hot tea. It seems to be dispersing the wind, so that's a good thing. Managed to sleep nearly through last night, so I'm feeling quite a lot better than I was. Still not completely gone, there's still pain here, but we're working on it. So Simon has just delivered me a box. He said he bought it for Christmas, but it didn't come in time. So did it come this morning? So it came this morning. So he's sat me down and done it's content, go get the camera. So he's been up for the camera, so I've got to open it up. Of course, Alfie's here, Edward's here. They just want to get involved in any I don't know, they just need to be involved. So it's a box, like a big box, but then it's a tube. It's, I would say medium weight. I thought it might be yarn when I shook the box. But now I've got hold of it, it don't feel like it could be because it's heavier than that. So let's have a look. It's wrapped nicely. I wonder if it's breakable, which is why it's wrapped up in this thing. Oh, it's left me even more stunned. It feels like a long cup shape. Yeah, I think it's a mug or a cup of some sort. It's so thoughtful. Knit happens. It's a mug with knit happens on it. That's so cute. Oh, aren't you lovely?
I like it.
That massive box for that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I show them the size of the box? Look, this for that. I think they may have got overexcited with the size of the box, but that's brilliant. Knit happens. Oh, thank you. Very kind. Thumbnail, Alex. That's lovely. Thank you very much. Oh, we should reuse the box, you know. We should be, yeah. So I'm feeling a bit useless this morning because Liz is in the shop today. I was supposed to be in the shop yesterday, but as it turned out, no one was in the shop. But I was just too poorly to do it. I did ask Liz to do it, but the communications, she went up and blah, blah, blah. But as it turned out, I think it was okay. The butcher's is closed anyway, so we don't know how much footfall we would have had. But I've got loads of stuff to do in the shop. I'm eager to get things done. I've got a whole sale section to put prices on and do. I want to start doing the window because I want a new January window. Any themes would be fantastic. Let me know in the comments. Currently, it's sort of, it looks like somebody's home with a chair with crochet and knitting around it. So that's the theme I've gone for. Like a little cozy house. Someone sat on the chair with the knitting or the crochet or whatever. And there's a bit of yarn at the side and there's some nice little lamps and stuff. Knitting bag on the floor. That's currently what it looks like. So I need a new theme idea for January. I don't want to do Valentine's Day just yet. I want to wait and do that a bit later on, maybe beginning of February or end of January. So any theme ideas, let me know. I'm going to take out the wicker chair. That'll come out. So it'll be a blank canvas really. Still want to put the two models in. And I can't even remember what we called them. We've got Boobiana, and then we got a man one, but I don't remember what we called him. It's probably Bernard or something like that. I don't remember. Liz normally does the naming of dummies. I don't know. Oh, and there's a child one as well. Again, that doesn't have a name. So we need some names for those dummies. The one at home is called Rosie, by the way. You guys decided on that because the roses on it. Genius. So I don't really have any plans today other than a few bits of admin here and there. I'm sat down with my crochet. Ooh. I'm watching junk on television, morning Saturday kitchen thing. Oh, bing bong. And Simon's doing eBay today. He's just been watching Vertigo. Did you say it was Alfred Hitchcock? Mm. It is Alfred Hitchcock. I don't remember seeing it. And it was funny, he was explaining to me in kitchen of what it's about. He said, I thought it was just going to be loads of people doing that for the whole film. And I thought that was hilarious. But it's not. If anybody else has seen Vertigo, let me know if it's worth watching and I'll have a watch. I don't mind a bit of Alfred Hitchcock. As you can hear, Alfie is just shredding the cardboard. Oh, my plan as well is to have a bath today. That sounds gross, like I never wash. I've still washed and that. But I thought it might disperse wind. Look at his face. He's like, why are you telling this to everybody?
Is this what you talk about on your vlog?
No. I just thought, because I've still got a bit of windy pain, the heat of the bath might, like, you know. He's not sure about me saying that on the vlog. We might take that out. We'll see. But thank you for the mug. It's very cute. Knit happens.
Can we take that out where you said Liz normally names dummies as well?
Why?
She named me. It's not funny.
I didn't even think about
That's
that.
an awful thing to say, Georgina.
Was she named Alfie?
Yeah, he's dumb. But I'm not.
I never even thought of it like that. I don't know, she's just a naming person.
Dumb.
She's funny as well. Whenever we do craft fairs, she touches stuff and says that's going to sell next. And it kind of does. She did it with candles on one of the very first craft fairs we ever did. I said I could do with selling some candles. So she touched them all. And then some of them sold. So there's something funny about Liz. So she's in the shop for me today, collecting a few orders. I don't know if she's going to wrap them. It depends how much wrapping there's left. Because I've realised the white boxes that you all get stuff in are under the stairs. And these white boxes are from door handles. Because Simon does windows and doors. Wherever he goes, they get these door handles in these white boxes. And he always asks the guy, save the white boxes, and he comes back with bags of white boxes, which is genius. You know, we don't have to pay for the packing, and we're recycling. So yeah, we've got a cupboard of little white boxes, which were for door handles, which we recycle and use for orders. So yeah, so we've got a little bit of a fight going on. What's going on? Now these two get on really well, so don't worry. They just do this play fighting. And there's a few bits on the floor because Alfie's just pulled a box to pieces. So there's like little bits of stuff on the floor. One of his moves, his wrestling moves, is he'll sit on Edward. He'll literally sit on him. I could watch them for hours. It's so interesting. When Edward's had enough though, you'll hear a noise and he'll kind of run off. So yeah, they're really good friends. I think it was because they were both little when we got them. That sounds mental. They were both really small when we got them. You know, as a kitten and a puppy. So they seem to just gel really well. So they get on. And Tink seems to get on with them, although she's a little bit like an older lady who just doesn't want to be bothered. So she finds them irritating. She's a bit like that. My God, these kids playing. But yeah, she's very lovely, is Tink. Right, I best tidy up all this mess because he's just left it everywhere. And it happens. What a cute idea. Isn't he thoughtful? So I'm sat here crocheting. Simon comes in and he said, I bought this pop the other day and it smells like shandy. I'm like, right, okay. So he brings it in. It's a bottle of Schlur. He takes the lid off. Oh my God. It was like an explosion happened. Like, you know when you open a champagne bottle and the lid pops off and you get that really massive pop? It did that. It literally nearly shot me with a Schlur bottle just so I could smell it. And yeah, it does smell like shandy. It's grape. But oh my God, it literally, how it built up that much pressure in the fridge, I have no idea. But he's gone out now. He's taking Nickel Alfie for a walk. We take him out about 4 or 5 times a day. He's got the garden to run around in as well, but it's not that big. We will make it better. But there's like a little green across the way, so we take him over there. Every time we take him, he goes a little bit further, but he likes to stick to like a certain area, which is a bit of a minefield for poop, if I'm honest. You got to be careful where you stand. And we're watching a bit of Nigella, see if she's going to be using the microwave or not. I don't know what she's making. It looks like a cream kind of thing. My belly's settled a little bit. Very pleased about that. Sending get well to Alex as well, because Alex has got an horrible cold. And that's just not what you need over Christmas. But it seems to be a thing. It's always been like that for me as a teacher, is that, you know, you're well for the term, and then when the holidays come, you get ill. It's like, brilliant, right? Why is this a thing? So sending get well to Alex, who's got a cold. Vitamin C, drink plenty of water. I'd say have a bath to sort of soak some of the, you know, whatever out. But Alex didn't have a bath. I think they've just got showers in their house. Anyway, I'm going to carry on doing a bit more crochet before I go upstairs and do some jobs. And I really want to finish that jumper. You know my Centro jumper? I sewed the ends, well, crocheted the ends. So now that all the tubes are all, the ends are done. So it's a case of sewing it all together now. So I've got to pick out which panel I'm going to put where. I'll probably sort of place it on the floor and decide which is which. And then we'll start sewing that together at some point. I think the heating's just come on. I forgot to say as well, I weighed myself this morning. I've now lost 1 stone and 1 pound. But 4 pounds of it I just lost over the last 3 days. It's not how I want to lose weight. It's really not. But, you know, stone and pound down. Whee. Suppose you should be happy about that. Right, so I'm in the kitchen, I'm up. The griping has started to die down. I said to myself, do one more ball and then get in the bath. I haven't. I did another one in a bit of this blanket because you're just going through it really quick. Simon is making me a cup of tea in the new cup. He just said to me, I bet that's a right pain to try and drink out of. He bought it for me. So we're going to try it. Anyway, I'm in the kitchen now. I need to get up. I need to do stuff. We've just been watching Paddy McGuinness, literally as many innuendos as he could get in. Inside the factory, it's like a chocolate factory. He's talking about his nuts and it's literally Paddy McGuinness being innuendo. It's funny though, I suppose. It keeps you going.
No looky, no liking.
No looky, no like. So I'm in the kitchen because we need to go through the fridge to figure out, so that's the kettle, to figure out what's still in date, what we need to eat up, that kind of thing. And I think there might be 2 trifles in there. So I'm going to go and have a look. So Simon's having cheesy chips. It smells incredible. I'm not eating it. I've not eaten anything yet. I daren't. But I have had a cup of tea and that stayed in, so we're good. So I've been through the fridge. I've emptied the chocolates. Is it just me who has to have the chocolate bars out of the wrapper? So if you get a wrapper like, I don't know, 12 Kit Kats, it's got to come out, be put in the little box inside the fridge. So the only thing that we need to eat up that's in there is a trifle that's dated the 29th. That's it, so trifle. So now I'm going to figure out what's in the fridge and the freezer, sorry. So I know what food we've got in the house, so to have, you know, make for dinner and stuff. He has made me, he says, good luck with this. He's made me a tea in the It Happens mug. Says good luck with trying to drink it, because it's got like a little lip at the top. So I'm going to go and have a look in the freezers now. So I've had a look, and it's mainly potato products in Simon's freezer. There's hash browns, there's roast potatoes, there's crinkle chips, normal chips. In the top bit, there's parsnips. I don't know how they got away with them being in Simon's freezer. And I know this sounds weird that we've both got our own freezer. It's just that Simon wanted a bigger freezer, now we've got 2. So we kind of have my freezer and his freezer. Mine's got all the healthy stuff in and his has got all the potatoes.
That's not it at all.
What is it then?
It's because we needed meat in one and vegetarian stuff in other.
That's true. Alright, yeah. I'll let you have that. He's always right.
You just went, we have 2 freezers. I know it sounds a bit strange, but and then meant some up.
Well, I've been through them now, and you've got parsnips in yours. I don't know if you know.
I know, Christmas.
Oh, is it allowed at Christmas time?
There's no Christmas stuff in.
So mine's got a few corn bits in, some not roast potatoes, jackets, you know, those baked ones, and some, I think they're vegan sausage rolls. I'm going to have a look. They are vegan sausage rolls, Greg's 4-pack puff pastry. So that's what you would buy in Greg's, I'm assuming. So I've decided I'm going to have the grand total of 2 sausages, 2 corn sausages, that's all I'm having. Look. So I've been in the shower, I feel so refreshed. Still got a little patch that I think I went over the board on the thinning, but I feel so much better. I had 3 corn sausages. I was going to have 2, but there was 3 left in the bag, so I thought, let's attempt it. And I've been to the loo a few times, but now everything seems to settled. So I've got my bottle of water, and that's it for now. For dinner, I think I'm literally going to have a jacket potato with maybe some broccoli or a bit of cheese on it or something simple. That is all I'm going to have. And yeah, feeling so much better. The pain here seems to have disappeared. So Alison, the lovely Alison, mentioned this basket that I was using up old bits of yarn. I basically joined two and then started, if you see at the bottom, and started, and then as I ran out of one, I joined another, and it's created this kind of phase colour up there. It's not perfection, because there's a couple of bits here where I was sort of learning what I was doing. But Alison, because you said you liked it and you've been super supportive, I'll send you this as a gift. So drop it on your Instagram, or I think it's Instagram we've been chatting, could be Facebook, I'm not sure. Send me a message and I will send it to you. It's probably already on the system anyway, because I think you've purchased before. So I'll send you this as a gift. Thank you very much. If anybody else would like a little basket like this or a bigger basket, currently using up excess yarn, I will make you one. I don't know what I'm going to charge for them, because it's just yarn that's kind of left over that needs using up. Yeah, and now I've got the hang of the pattern. I will probably make a few changes to it. I'm thinking these flatter like that, so they don't come up so much, so it's just like a little slot rather than a... But anyway, so that's for you, Alison. I'll organise that. I've just opened a gift that I got from Simon's kids. Now, somebody mentioned this in a vlog the other day. I went, Simon's got kids? Yes. Basically, the previous relationship that Simon was in for 10 years, that lady already had kids. So he took those children on and brought them up for 10 years. Now, they're not biologically his kids, but they see him as his dad and vice versa, and it's just lovely. So that's what it is. I would have gone over to see them this Christmas, but I was too busy in the bathroom. But yeah, they sent me a little gift. So if you watch this, Simon tells me that Molly watches the vlogs from time to time, and Jamie's like, oh, do you know this stuff? Because I watch the vlogs. So thank you. I will message you, but I've been a bit ill. I will message you. Thank you so much for this. This is great, and I love the tin. Tin's fab. I'm sure I can use the tin for something else later on. So thank you, Molly, Jamie, and little Asher, who I've not hugged this Christmas, but I will soon. So I'm sat here catching up, really, because, you know, I've been out of it a little bit. I have replied to a singing lesson purchase, a reading purchase. I've just got to book it in somewhere in the diary. I've been on with this blanket this morning, started it last night. I'm on ball 3 already. I'm going through it real quick, but because it's a 12, is it 12? Yeah, I went for the 12 hook, tried a few different ones out. It's massive. It's making up really quick. So this is going to be a lap blanket. It will be for sale when it's finished. Don't know what it'll cost, but I'll have to ensure that the cost of the yarn is included and a bit for my time. Behind me, I've got some other stuff I haven't taken pictures of for the shop yet. There is some leg warmers. There's also... this isn't for the shop, but I'm going to put it on what I made Wednesday. It is a dog coat. I had no idea. I literally free-handed it. I got Tink and I went, right, so we need this many rows. Hang on, right, now what do we need? Tink again. So she was my little model. So I created a hoop at the beginning, a circle. Then 2 little slits for her front legs. Then we went slightly wider for a bit more. So basically added a few stitches in these 2 hoops so that we ended up with more of a circle, and then I put an end on. Now she doesn't like the fact it's pointed. I've done this end like 3 times now because it wasn't long enough, then it needed to be longer, now it's too pointed. So I'm gonna have to take it off again because you can't add to it because it doesn't work, it doesn't look right. I suppose I could, but it doesn't look right. Although saying that, it's not meant to be a fashion show for Tink. We'll see. I might just add to it. So basically it's more square. So instead of going to this point at the end, it's a bit more square. I also considered a loop underneath. But then if you put the loop underneath around her tail, when she does a poo, she's going to poo one thing, isn't she? So we can't really do that. So yeah, so that's it. It's my first dog coat. I will make more in the future, but this was like the prototype, and it only used 1 ball of yarn. And then we got some blanket repairs. These repairs I've done. There is a blue waffle blanket, baby sized. Oh, I sold a yellow blanket today in the shop and a baby hat. Very pleased with that. There's a pink version, which is about the same as the blue. So I actually bought these from a second-hand shop. They've been washed, cleaned, repaired. So they'll go back for sale in my shop. And this one, I was kind of contemplating, keeping, because I really like the colours. And it's bigger than the others. But we'll see, because I've got plenty of blankets and I don't know where I put it. This one is a bit bigger. It's kind of nearly lap blanket size. And it's this, if I just turn it round, you can see, oh, hello. It's a waffle stitch. So you'll see how it's got like little squares. I don't know how to do the waffle stitch, but I'm going to figure it out because this is gorgeous. It's really nice. So it's lap blanket size. Yeah, I would say lap blanket size. The others are a little bit smaller. So I've repaired it. It had some problems on the corners. So I have taken out the stitches, fixed the stitches, sorted it. So now they're gorgeous. And I think it's recycling at its best. When you can take something, repair it, make it good again so that someone else can use it. So those are those. So I need to take pictures for the website to put them on. And then, but it won't be what I made Wednesday because I can't claim I made the whole of these. I just fixed them. I've got to do you know how hard it is to take a picture of you wearing leg warmers? It's like, how am I supposed to do this? I put my leg up like that and like, ugh. So I think I'll need assistance. I might have to go and get Simon and go, look, help me take pictures of these leg warmers because I can't do it. Unless I set my phone to some kind of timer so that then I sort of step away from it and kind of pose a bit. Maybe, I don't know, I'll figure that out. So that is my pile. I've got my blanket on. That thing's fell off the wall again. We need an even stronger nail for it to stop falling down. It's not even heavy. It just keeps falling down. Just keeps falling down, look. So basically it's just like bits of tape, some other little bits of techie stuff in there, and it's falling down. So having gone through the fridge and freezer and stuff, it looks like there's lots of potato product. So I'm thinking of nipping out. I'm going to get some chicken for them too, and I'll use some of the corny type. Actually, no, I'm not going to bother. Jacket potato with the bit of broccoli and cheese. Literally, I think that's probably all I'm having. And it does need a bit more protein though, doesn't it? I'll think of something. Maybe tuna. Jacket potato, tuna and cheese. That's better. More protein. So they need some meat because they've eaten all of the lamb, all of the beef between them. I think they've had lamb and beef sandwiches for the last 3 days. So I'll get some chicken for them. And I fancy a Sue Rider walk round. I don't want to over push it because I'm feeling better now. But, you know, we don't want to be caught short somewhere and realise I need to go to the toilet or whatever. So that's where I'm up to. So I've tried out a Sue Rider. Nothing in there today. It's pretty quiet up here. I reckon everybody's doing Christmassy stuff and not getting rid of things in the charity shops. But, you know, I use that time, let's not get run over, between Christmas and New Year normally to do a bit of DIY, do sorting or something. But anyway, very quiet. A little bit of yarn left from that last chunk of yarn that I saw. So I'm walking up to the other one. I don't know if it's open. And then I'm off to Morrison's. I'm going to get some Imodium and some chicken and some other bits. I left Simon at home watching The Incredibles. And wow, my face looks slimmer. I'm not surprised, to be quite honest. It's not how I planned to lose 4 pounds, but there we are. Nail shop looks busy enough. Is it open? Yes, it is. Nothing in the other one either. So no purchases. But I just fancied a look. I'm actually out to get a few bits from Morrison's, you know, food stuff for dinner, but it's nice to have a little nosy. So I'm going to walk round to Morrison's now. I'm not getting out of puff. so that's a good thing. I am losing my trousers though. I haven't got around to buying any more trousers yet. Or clothing that fits around my waist. So that's on my to-do list. I don't like clothes shopping. I really don't. So I might do a quick in and out of somewhere next week. Junction 32 is not a bad spot because there's an outlet for M&S there. That's quite an easy in out. It's either that or I'll go to literally Asda, Georgia Asda, and grab myself some trousers. Yeah, sure. Not a big fan of clothes shopping. My mum used to drag me around for hours and hours and hours on end. Manchester and different places. There's always Marks and Spencer's, that was her favourite shop. One second here, why is all this junk outside? Not really sure what happened there. Looks fairly quiet. It's a good sign. Not the best lighting. I've left my light upstairs and it's run out, so I need to recharge it. Very uneventful shopping trip. Very quiet. Not really much in the charity shops at all. But I have got some food stuff. I've gone for Warburton's Thins. Oh, Warburton's Medium. Prawns. Fish for Monday. I've got haddock this time. I think it was £3.75 for two. So a lot cheaper than the other ones that I got. So I got two sets because Liz will be here, I expect. Rice to go with the fish, unless of course we have chips. Antacid tablets. I just spotted these last minute and thought, oh, that'd be really good. Indigestion, heartburn, dyspepsia, I don't know what that is. Acidity and flatulence. Not the bottom one, but I've got all the others, so I thought that would be useful. Diarrhea relief. Morrison's version, cheaper than Imodium. Although it has not too much information, I know. 4 cheeses. Simon said cheese as I left. I said, what do you want? It went cheese. So I got some more cheese. I got chicken. Really good value, £2.95. Gravy. And I did a bit of reading up earlier of things you can help for your gut. It suggested yogurt, what was the other one? Bland foods, things like that. I went for Actimel, but they had all the weird flavours like strawberry and not that it's weird, but to me it's very strange having a yogurt drink that tastes like strawberry or raspberry or pomegranate. So I went for Yakult, which I've never had before. Yakult Original, good for increases the bacteria in your gut. So we'll do that as well. So I'm going to put all this lot away. So Liz is here. I've put the dinner on. They're having chicken, roast potatoes, gravy, and put peas on for Liz. I'm having jacket potato with tuna mayonnaise and a tiny bit of cheese on the top, a very small amount. Liz has got the cups of tea on in the background. She's funny. She said, nearly sold the guitar in the shop today. It was strumming and ahhing. That's genius. Strumming and ahhing. He didn't buy the guitar. So yeah, it should be ready in about 20 minutes. Right, so I've had my dinner. I didn't have all of it, but I had a good go at it. Jacket potato, tuna, mayonnaise, and a tiny bit of cheese. And I realised after, I was like putting the cheese on thinking, this is a little bit more grated than normal. It seems a bit thinner. And it started to taste a bit spicy, and I realised I picked up the wrong one. Hot and spicy 4 cheeses. I did wonder why it tasted a bit spicy. So yeah, I bought the wrong cheese. So hopefully that's not going to do my stomach. But I kind of scraped it off. So Liz is still downstairs with Simon. They're watching the repair shop, I think. But I've come up because I need to get my vlog done because I'm doing it on the day for today. I've brought up the orders from the shop that Liz has brought home so I can make sure that they all get wrapped. She's also brought me some bits that are for like free gifts as well. She's kind of wrapped most of it. It's just a case of checking it off and make sure it's all done so it can be posted. So we'll put it all over there. Move the bag. Thank you so much for following these vlogs. We're nearly at the end of Vlogmas. We've got a little bit left. Scheduling will get back to what it used to be. The schedule will be Georgina attempts to cook every other week, a tutorial every other week. I'll also be doing a vlog on Wednesdays and Sundays as before, and occasionally I'll throw in tutorials for knitting, crochet, whatever it might be. I'll be throwing them in between. Vlogmas has been quite a challenge, but I have really enjoyed doing it, and it's nice to see so many people joining and sort of getting involved. We've no new members, but that's not a big deal. That's not what my channel's all about, but members are valued. That came out all wrong. I haven't had anyone else sign up as members this month, but I'm not bothered because I'm just pleased to have some members and I'm very grateful. That sounded better, didn't it? All came out in the wrong order. So I am going to edit this there vlog and get it ready so you can watch it at 8 o'clock tonight. And I will be back with you tomorrow. Bye, loves.